So, first question is in John chapter 10. Now, the word any is an adjective, correct?
I mean, sure. Okay.
Okay. So if I put
Pretty sure adjectives
so if I
describe
put
more.
if so if I I'm about to give you an example. I'm about to give you an example sentence, all right?
Different
If I
adjective.
said
Mm,
I will accept any amount of money as a donation, that means
mm,
exactly what I said, right? I will accept any amount of money as a donation, correct? That means
Hmm.
I'll accept a penny all the way up to $1 billion, correct?
Or more.
right.
Correct.
All right, you can't
Or
Hebrew
less.
shuffle out of that. Now, everybody you heard him, he had to admit he can't do the Hebrew shuffle out of it. Now, so any is an adjective, and we all know what the word any means. It means without any exception, all inclusive, okay? So don't play dumb. Now, when you go to John chapter 10, verse 9, will you read John chapter 10, verse 9 for everybody with your chest puffed out? Do it right now. John
This is the
chapter
book,
10, verse 9. Do it.
Do
this is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 9.
Preach,
I,
up. Tell them
I
up. Preach. The water. Preach it. Go. Read it.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 9. I am the door. By me, if any man
Say it
enter
again.
in,
If only Israelite man, what did it say? That adjective before man? Man is a noun. When you put that adjective any before that man, it's saying any man. Read it. Read it, up. Read it, up. Salakia, read it. The water. Read it.
by
All
me,
praises to the Most High. Read it. Read it.
sir, please let us read the Bible and not.
Read it.
It's the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 9. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved.
End of the debate. Read it again. Read it again. Read it again.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 9.
Y'all
I
listening, Hebrew Israelites? This boy getting cooked. Read it again.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 9. I am the door.
Yep.
By me, if any man enter in,
He will be saved. That's
he
game
shall.
over, checkmate. Now, the only thing that you can do with that verse, the only thing you can do with that verse to try to get out of that, you would have to use eisegesis. For those who don't know, the debate is over with. I proved my point. Jesus said it himself. If any man, so the debate is done. And the only way they can get out of this, you have to use eisegesis. For those who don't know, eisegesis is when you read your presupposition, your doctrinal belief system into the text. But what I just did, I did the opposite of eisegesis, and I'm doing exegesis. I'm exegeting the text. The text says any man. So if Jesus didn't mean any man who enters that door will be saved, then they got to tell me if Jesus was literally trying to say any
No,
man
no.
enter that door will be saved, how else better could he say it than the way he said it? And if he meant to say only Israelites who entered this door will be saved, couldn't he have said it in a better way? Or are you telling me God is dumb when John 12:49 through 50 said that the Father commanded him what to say? You mean to tell me God, the Most High, is so illiterate and dumb that he can't convey his message through his son in a way that wouldn't be confusing and would tell him to say any man instead of saying Israelite men? That's a
Like,
cut. And all you can do is say, no, that's not what it means. Who was the audience? All that dumb shit, because you know it's over with. Because when you start saying that, oh, who is the audience and this, see, a Christian like me, when I read that, from my understanding, it says any man. So even if we was going off of biased belief systems, I would win because the words agree with me. It don't agree with your doctrine. The word any man agrees with my Christian doctrine understanding. So that's why when you're trying to be a black Hebrew Israelite and racist this and that, you cannot use the New Testament. If I was y'all, I would just be one of them Old Testament only Hebrew Israelites because you cannot read the words of Christ and read verses like John 6:63 when he said the flesh profiteth nothing. You cannot read Paul. You cannot read all of the teachings of the disciples like Mark chapter 16,
All
15.
praises, honor, and glory
When
to the
God
Most
said,
High
go
God
preach
in
to every
heaven.
creature. How you gonna come to the conclusion?
Okay, praise the Lord God in heaven. I gave